So let's look at one of the feature that we can implement right now. So to implement this feature using Spring Data GPA, it's very easy. So let's understand why do you want to have this pagination sorting feature. So we had already created an API to get all the articles by /article. Now the problem with this API is that it gives all the record. Suppose in our database for this particular table we have 1 million records, then it will bring all those records. Let's suppose we want only 10 records, and after that if a person clicks more, then we bring out 10 more records. Just like in this InShorts app, we have this feature. If we go down, we have a load more option, and then finally it brings few more cards or articles. So that's pagination. So sorting is basically in which order do you want to sort these cards. So you could select a field and on basis of that you could sort. So in our case we want to sort on the basis of timestamp, such that the article that we have created just now will be seen first. In other words, we want to sort on the basis of timestamp as a descending order. So this app also gives you the article on the basis of descending order, such that the most latest article is on the top. So let's decide an endpoint for this. So this would be a GET request. It would be same as article. I'll be using something called query param. So what query param is, it's a key value pair which is used a lot in a GET request. So you want two query params. So one is how many articles you want to display at a time. Let's say you want to display 10 articles, and once the user click on load more, you'll display again the next 10 article. And second is the page number. So let's suppose you have 100 articles in your table. If you want to get all articles from the first page, it will bring all the articles from 1 to 10. And suppose you want to bring all the articles from page number 2, it will bring all the articles from 11 to 20. Let's see how we can write that in the URI form. Now to separate your URI terms with the query params, you use a question mark and then you specify your key value pair. So the first is page number, and you typically want to write it with a camel case, and the key value is being separated by an equal sign. So this could be anything, 1, and this is one key value pair. Now to separate out multiple key value pairs, you use ampersand and you will write the next key value pair. In our case, it would be a size. So let's say a size of 10. What we want to do is, if we hit this endpoint, we want to get all the articles from page number 1 and their size should be 10. So I'll get all the articles from 11 to 20. Now let's see what would be the response. So the response would be a list of articles, just like we had in get all operation for get, since we'll be receiving more than one article. So I'm in the controller layer. Let me quickly copy the same code that we use for get all and we'll modify that. For specifying query params, we do not need to modify this. So the only way Spring would know is with this input arguments. So we can write two input arguments. So first is integer page number and the second is page size. Now to specify that these input arguments are part of query param, we have an annotation in Spring Boot called request param. So in this request param, we'll add the name of our key. So this page number has to be associated with a key called page number. So along with this name attribute, we also have an attribute called required, basically accepts a boolean value, true or false. So if this is true, that means this is compulsory and you have to add it. So let's remove this for the sake of simplicity. And if you don't add, by default it means true. We also have a few options called the value, and you can provide your own value in case you do not provide a page number. So let me pass it through a function called get all articles. So I'm using the functionality of method overloading, and let me create a function. So I've created this method in the service layer. So let's check out which method we're going to use. So we'll go to this repository, and inside that we have this interface, and inside that we have an interface for paging and sorting. So let's go inside that. What we're going to use today is this method find all. So this find all accepts a pageable. So this is an interface and we're going to use that to do pagination and sorting. So while using pagination, this page number is similar to an index. So it starts with 0, just like you have an array. So 0 means the first page and 1 means the second page. So we're going to use a class page request and it's off method. So let's use that. What we're going to use is one of the method for this. If you don't want to implement the sorting functionality, you can use the second method. So we're going to use the first method. So this is very intuitive. The first argument is page number, second is the size, third is some sorting criteria. So for sorting criteria, we're going to use a descending sorting, that is the latest article would be the first one, and we can do that with the help of timestamp, since timestamp will be added to that article when you're creating an article. So for sorting, we're going to use this class called sort, and we're going to use it from this domain package, and we're going to use this method called by. So in this, we can add a name of our variable with which we want to sort. So you can go to this. So in our case, it would be a timestamp. So let's add that. We just need to call that findAll method and pass a pageable inside that. So let me assign that to an instance of pageable. So now we're going to call that findAll method from the repository and pass this argument. So this findAll will return a page. So let's get that, and then finally we can get list from that page. Now we have that particular page based on our criteria, which contains the list of articles. So let's get that and return that. So we have a lot of methods inside this page. So one of them is the stream method. By stream, we can do anything. We have other methods like get total elements, which will get all the elements inside that. So let's do a stream and then we can collect it over a list. So if you're very new to Java 8, you can check out my Java 8 crash course. So that's it. We have collected over a list, and this is a list of articles since we are streaming upon this article entity. So let's return this. Now there is one issue and it won't work. Let me know in the comment below if you found that issue. So the issue is that we have two get operations which both have the same URI. So you can have same URI, but you should have different method, that is different HTTP method. So in this case, we have this get method and this get method that we created earlier, and both have the same URI. So one of the easiest method to fix this is just to remove this method. So let's first comment this method and we'll check out what possible solutions we can have to tackle these kind of problems. So previously when we hit the get all operations, we had this list which contained 5 articles from 1 to 5. So you can see the 5th article is the latest article. So let's test this out. So now I've defined our query params or request params, and page number is 0, that is the first page, and size is 2, that is it should give 2 elements in the list. One thing I missed is the sorting criteria. So I have not mentioned in which way do you want to sort it. So by default it was placed in the database like 1 2 3 4 5, so it was giving first 2 elements. So let's specify the criteria for sorting. Here I missed that, and you can do that by typing dot descending. So you can type an ascending order also. So let's do descending order. Also it's chaining operation and it gives a sort object. So what you can do is you can sort it by multiple variables. So you can use and inside that you can add another sort, so just like a comparator. So let's restart this and test it out. So now if I hit the same request, we should get this in the descending order. The order has changed and it's giving us in the descending order. Just don't check out this ID because we did a put operation also which changed the timestamp of these articles. So let's add page 1 and it's giving the next page. So in this way you can use pagination and sorting to kind of get some specific results and not all the results. So finally let's check out how we can resolve this problem. So the one way you could resolve this problem is by adding a slash. So for getting all the articles you will have to use an API called /articles/. So another way with which you can fix this problem is by adding the code inside this only. So the first step which you have to do is make both these request param as non-mandatory. So suppose if you hit this /article without both param, so it will give you that page number should be present, and if you add this page number it will say size is not present. So basically both are mandatory. So in the service layer what you're gonna do is check if both these are null, then you're gonna send simply find all and you're gonna return that list. So let me add that code real quick. So I've done required as false here. So this is sorted. So now here we can check that if both are false. So here I have checked that if both the page number and size objects are null, then we're gonna call this find all. So we do not need this mapping now, so we can remove that, and this is a more practical or best solution you can do. So there is one last problem with this, so let me know in the comment if you found that problem. But first let's test this out. So now if you hit this request, it will give you all the articles since both the param are null, and this works as well. So the only problem with this approach is that since you have added an attribute called non-mandatory for these particular keys, or request params. So the person could do something like that. Now to handle this kind of scenarios, you can add code in your service layer, throw an exception when either size is given and page number is not given, and vice versa. If you have huge data and you want to display that, I don't think getting all the articles makes sense. So I think you can remove this API.